Saurabh is going to discuss a perspective as their experience while working in the field in COVID times, how things actually changed in this pandemic time. So some experience he would share with us, because lot of students who are in junior batches, they are really having insecurity and fear and a dilemma that how to join back. So I think this would be one session which would resolve few queries in their mind and would give them a free hand in knowing things practically. So yes, Saurabh, you can please start.
Thank you, man, for giving me this opportunity. Is my slide visible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good evening, respectable faculty, dear Madhu ma'am. I'm very happy to see you again. And okay, so now this presentation is focused on my experience with Telerehab. After 21st of March, all the services in my institution where I work was shut down because my hospital was actually mental health oriented, and in mental health, practicing with mentally ill patients is difficult in this COVID era. So, so first I'm going to tell you about what was my role before in my institution before pandemic and after. Oh, sorry, after, not after, during lockdown. Before pandemic in my hospital, I was involved in daycare settings. There was two type of daycare facilities. Mainly daycare is a setup where patients come for a day purpose, and in evening they again go back to their home. So there was two type of setups. One was for chronic psychiatry patients and one was for some acute clients. So the customized daycare, this program was mainly for clients. If we observe in our assessment, this client have a potential to go back to normal life and they can live a normal life. So we place the patients in this category. I was also involved in taking group sessions in an inpatient department, and there
Saurabh, you
was
are
a
not audible.
hello.
No, not audible.
Achha,
Ah,
just one.
now you
Hello,
are. Now you are.
hello. Okay,
Yes.
ma'am. So there was a setup in daycare for chronic patients, and there was and another was for acute clients. I was also involved in a inpatient department for group discussions, and there was a another program for 12-step HEP facilitation. Actually, this ma'am, I'm audible now.
Yes, yes, you
Yes,
are. You
yes.
are.
Actually, 12-step facilitation is practicing in whole world for substance abuse,
Yeah,
mainly
yeah.
for alcohol and drug addiction. So actually, this program was on trial basis. This
Hmm.
program was on uh, its initial stage. There was also a program for caregiver initiative. This program was mainly to give caregivers information about psychiatric diseases and how can they manage their patients and what can they plan for their future. And I
Yes.
was also involved in OPD. So what change occur after COVID time? IPD, caregiver initiative, and 12 steps program, this was shut down. And there was also a big drawback for us, that psychiatry OPD was also shut down. For so the new chances for new referral was also gone.
Closed. Hmm.
Then there was actually, now telerehab was a very new, what can I say, very new field or new way, and we I was not aware much. So we just try to see how this much be effective, and we just collect the patients mainly from chronic care and acute care. So I provide them service through tele-rehab. This was picture of previous daycare before pandemic. So before talking about tele-rehab, there are some prerequisites. The patient's concentration and attention should be intact. Many clients doesn't feel comfortable on online mode and feel anxiety. Also, clients feel difficulty in understood information given by therapist. There should be active participation by both clients, their caregiver, and therapist. The role of caregiver is very important in mental health because mostly we see client is not able to focus in on uh, what therapists say. So here role of caregiver is come, and if client is facing issue in tele-rehab session, then caregiver should help both client and therapist. What mean by therapist? Because in a 45-minute session or 1 hour session, this is difficult to see what changes are coming in patient and what change we can do in treatment. So we can call a caregiver, and caregiver can call us, and they can told about what is going on. So caregiver play a important role in tele rehab. So caregiver should play a active role. After that, good quality of internet connection and device for online session is always important. Now advantages, some of advantages already mentioned by Madhu ma'am. So one is therapists can connect now a large population. We all know they in a, if we take example of only Delhi, there are also many big hospitals like RML in which OT, especially OT department is not present. So there are very few OTs who are practice. So now because of tele-rehab, we can connect with a large population. So this is a very big advantage for us. Also, what I see in my practice, many patients came to me for OPD purpose, and because they came from a very far, like Aligarh and many very far away locations. So now because of tele rehab, they can take treatment only by tele rehab. It also saves time and money of traveling. We all know how much rush we see on Delhi roads, and during this pollution time and COVID time, tele rehab is a very good way to providing treatment. Okay, so it is also cost effective. If I give you example of a women's hospital, there was a three only three large areas for different types of therapies. Now just because of tele rehab, you just what you just need only internet connection. But what I can say now, this is a cost effective for therapist as well as for client. Disadvantage is therapist is unable to see client physically, because of which important key points can miss. For example, behavior and gait. Many things are here which caregiver can't tell you about. So this is a very big disadvantage. Big population of patient is difficult to deal in absence of therapist. For example, autism, ADHD, aggressive and hyperactive clients, client who doesn't follow caregivers command properly. We all know some ADHD clients and autism, they are very difficult to deal by, they are very difficult to deal. So rural and remote places, people which have financial and inability of good internet connections are unable to access tele rehab services. There are assumption by a big population that online treatment is not beneficial as normal physical presence related to service. Example, 15 clients were taking therapy in daycare before pandemic, but after only 8 clients continue to take therapy on online mode. This is picture of a online group session. Okay, now I'm going to show you some two case examples which show a really good.
We can have one. We can have one case example because Amandeep and other students are also there with us today. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank
Actually,
you. Yeah.
hmm, actually, you can see the information related to this patient on a PPT. I only want to mention one thing. Actually, this client was because of disability. This client's family never exposed this person to normal environment. So because of this only, this clients this clients not develop social skills and many basic skills. So when this client came to us, this was just like a, what can I say, blank paper. Because I have a very good rapport with this client, so this client was comfortable with me. So this was a good advantage for me for tele-rehab purpose. Okay, so diagnosis was intellectual schizophrenia, and okay, attention was poor and short-term memory was poor. The positive thing because of which I was able to take session was the involvement of caregiver, because caregiver was active. So because this client was not involved in social activities before therapy, so self monitoring was present there, and this client was really involved in daydreaming. So many times I was taking session and this client was just dreaming about anything. So this was my treatment plan by cognitive sheets. According to client, I just work on cognitive remediation, day scheduling, according to client need and advice of caregiver. So regularly contact with client's caregiver to make schedule which enable client to learn house code activities. So and online sessions like took regular sessions and group discussion. This group's discussion was mainly because this client was really less motivation. So group discussion helps us to increase the level of motivation in this type of clients. So and also this was example of some worksheets. This was handmade. This was handmade because these were designed according to patient's need. And this is some example. Okay, so I'm just showing you what observation I see in these things. Okay, so client Mr. S became able to wash his clothes in washing machine because with assistance, and client able to clean his own room, helps his mother in cleaning house, and able to maintain schedule learning, also able to avoid frustration because of lockdown. I was in contact with many clients, psychiatric clients, because of this condition, COVID condition. A normal person is also facing frustration issues because he can't go outside, and now it's 7 months. This is a very big time. A
Yeah.
normal person is also facing issue, but I was surprised. Even I was so much disturbed about for, because I'm from for 7 months I'm in home, but these two clients were able to manage their emotion.
Okay.
So both clients caregiver were happy with performance and improvement, they praise role of therapy. And for documentation purpose, I collect handwritten feedback. Even after seeing these positive results, our owner of hospital was also motivated towards tele-rehab, because now they have some examples the patient can perform. Not only these two patients, there were more patients, but because these two clients were actually spacious, so just I give example for this.
Yeah. All right. So I
Thank you.
think that was very thought-provoking for our students, and also understanding how service delivery models are changing, how the hospitals are now bringing up new protocols. Women's is working very aggressively in building up virtual and augmented system of providing therapy, and they are making curriculum, they are designing some assessment methods and treatment methods. I think a lot of OTs and other people are involved into that task, and we are also waiting that as soon as they are done with it, we also get to know how is the future working going to happen in coming times.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was
Can
very
I?
interesting. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm very
Thank you,
happy,
ma'am.
Saurav, that you have taken up, you have spoken about this mental health, because I really wanted occupational therapist to work in mental health. And as a student, you always wanted to. And good, you did it. So I'm happy.
Thank you, ma'am.
And whatever work you have done, it's very good to start with. So after masters, I think you will continue doing the same good job.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Right. Thank you, Saurabh.